Morning, children. Today we will have a new lesson, and the title of the lesson is If I Were You. Okay, so what is the actual meaning of this title, If I Were You? Actually, it is a conditional sentence. Okay, a part of a conditional sentence. For example, if you were a principal. Okay, suppose the question like this: if you were a principal, what would you do? Like that here, if I were you, what would I do? Okay, so that is a conditional sentence. Okay, impossible, actually it is impossible here. Okay, so that is the title, and now it is written by Douglas James. Okay, let us discuss something about the writer right now. Okay, yeah, Douglas James born in Bray in 1929, as written frequently for television, most notably as the creator of the Riordan's RT's long running serial in the 1970s. If I Were You by Douglas James, that is about this author, died 11 December 1946, education Westminster School, Trinity College, nationality British. So you can see his image here. Okay, only this much detail is available. Now let us discuss about the story. This is a melodrama written by Douglas James. It is narrated in a humorous way. Okay, and the story sustains interest, arouses curiosity, and maintains the suspense till the end. It is a sensational one-act play with a happy ending. Okay, so let us learn this lesson, and we have two main characters. One is Gerard, the other one is Intruder. Gerard is a playwright, okay, in the story, and intruder is a person, all of you should know what an intruder is. Intruder is a person who enters without permission. Suppose I barge into an office, I'll be called as a intruder. Suppose you barge into a classroom, you will be called as an intruder. So intruder means one who thrusts himself into without permission. So such a person is called intruder. In Hindi we say goospeti, goospetiya. Okay, gusna means without permission entering. For example, a dog comes to your classroom while the teacher is teaching you. So that dog can be an intruder. It is not taking permission. Okay, it's clear now. So now let us read the text in detail. Okay, children, now this is the text. Okay, if I were you. Okay, actually it's a part of a conditional sentence only. Okay, what I would do, that is the condition. Gerard lives alone in a lonely cottage. You know what is lonely cottage means? Alone, lonely cottage. Nobody else is there in that cottage means a small house. An intruder who is a criminal. Actually, here the intruder who comes without permission is a criminal. Not all intruders are not criminal. Okay, but in the story, the criminal acts as an intruder, means he enters without permission in the cottage of Gerard. Spelling also you have to remember, Gerard. He intends to murder Gerard and takes on his identity. So this is what the intention of that intruder. What is the intruder's intention? To take on the personality of Gerard. That means impersonating. It is called it impersonating. Does he succeed? That is the question that you have to answer after reading the entire text. So it is a melodrama, I already told you. What is a melodrama? Melodrama means the characters will act with exaggeration. You may have seen one act plays. Okay, this is also a one act play, sensational one act play. Melodrama means the character will highlight. For example, if suppose a doctor, he will act in such a way, really you will feel like he is a doctor. Such a highlighting. Okay, extra dramatical, that is melodrama. The following words, before we start with the text, let us discuss some of the important words used in the text. So we have two columns here. Take it for the first one as column A and second one column B. Now all of you can mark it. Okay, cultured, you mark it as 1. Countdown, you mark it as 2. Engaged, 3. Melodramatic, 4. To be smart, 5. Inflection, 6. Wise guy, 7. A dandy bus, 8. Trade people, 9. Gratuitous, 10. Dodge, 11. Lucky break, 12. Sunday school teacher, 13. Frame, 14. So we have 14 expressions, difficult words. Now the answers are given in the right column. Okay, in right column you can see an informal expression for a fashionable vehicle. That is the first one. So you see, certain words will help you how to find the answer. For example, now you see what is the first one? An informal expression for a fashionable vehicle. Is there any word in column A related to vehicle? You see, that is a trick how to find the answer. Is there any word in column A? A, B, you have to imagine in the first column if there any word related to vehicle. Yes, there is an expression, a dandy bus. So bus is a vehicle. So answer is, the first one is answer for 8. So you can mark 8 here. An informal expression for a fashionable vehicle. Okay. Now let us see the second one, unnecessary and usually harmful. So is there any hint that you can arrive at an answer? Unnecessary and usually harmful. Not there. Okay. So leave it there now. We will take it up later. Now next, third one you see, exaggerated. What do you mean by exaggerated? I told you melodrama is something exaggerated. Okay. So you can mark it for melodramatic. Exaggerated. What is exaggeration? Small thing you will highlight in a big way. For example, when you see a small snake, what do you call? Sometimes people say, oh, I saw a big snake. Actually, snake is very small. So people say, very big snake. Seeing a small rat, people will say, very big rat. So that is a melodramatic way of telling. Okay, exaggerated. Now next one is sophisticated and well mannered. Is there any hint from first column? Sophisticated, well mannered, any word is there that shows the meaning? No. Okay, leave it there. It's not, we are not getting any helping verb. Okay. Or else you can see any such words are in ed form. Sophisticated, well mannered. So you will arrive at an answer, cultured. Okay. So cultured is the answer for that. So you can mark it 1. Cultured. Okay. So next one is a tone of voice. That also you cannot arrive at. Okay. Easily. Avoid, you cannot arrive at easily. An unexpected opportunity for success. No, you cannot easily find. Trap, frame. Trap, frame. So you can mark 14. Trap is a frame. Okay, trap. Rat trap, rat frame, that you know. A Christian religious teacher who teaches on Sundays in church. Is there any expression in column A showing teacher? That is the word matching with the meaning. Sunday school teacher. That is 13. 13 is a Christian religious teacher who teaches on Sundays in church. Okay. Then next one, an American English. Okay, American English. A person who pretends to know a lot. Okay, that also you cannot arrive at very easily. Depend on, rely on. Is there any word in column A with an expression of on? Preposition. Preposition on. Depend on, rely on. Second expression, count on. Count on meaning is depend on. Count on means depend on, rely on. You have to count on uncle's help, for example. Depend on uncle's help, like that. Okay. Then an American English. Okay, sorry, American English. An informal way of saying that one is being too clever. Something related to clever in column A. A person who is very clever. Wise guy, that is the meaning. Okay, you can understand wise guy, clever person. So 7, that is 7. Okay. Now occupied, busy. Any expression with the ed form in column number 1? Cultured is there, but already matching. Engaged, what's the meaning? Engaged. Occupied, busy means engaged. For example, phone is engaged, busy. Then merchants. Any word in column A matching with merchants? Merchant, tradespeople. So you can number it as 9. So now some expressions are left. Okay, this is the way generally you have to adopt. Okay, any such matching expression is there, so you can arrive at. You can just infer the meaning, and if you cannot make, you have to refer dictionary to find it. Now let me declare the answer now. The first one, an informal expression for a fashionable vehicle, that is dandy bus, 8. Okay, you can mark it as 8. Second one, unnecessary and usually harmful. Okay, that is 10. What is 10? Gratuitous. Second one is 10, gratuitous. Exaggerated, already marked as 4. Sophisticated, well mannered. Okay, that is all marked as 1. Then here a tone of voice. So that is actually 6. Inflection. You can mark it as 6. Okay. Then an unexpected opportunity for success. That is lucky break, 12. That is 12, lucky break. A Christian religious teacher already marked. That is 13. And American English, what is that? A person who pretends to know a lot. That is to be smart, 5. You can mark it as 5. Depend on, that is count on, already we marked 2. American English, an informal way of saying that one is being too clever, that is 7, already marked. Occupied, already marked 3. Merchants, 9. So I hope all of you are happy to get the meaning now. If I start writing here, this is 8. First one is 8. Second one is 10. Exaggerated, 4. Well mannered is 1. Tone of voice is 6. Avoid is 11. Unexpected opportunity for success is 12. Trapped is 14. Okay. Then Christian school teacher, that is 13. Okay. Then the next one is 5. That is no, a lot is 5. Then depend on is 2. Informal way, that one is 7. Occupied is 3. And merchant is 9. First of all, you have to mark this column. Okay, first column, as I told you, 1 to 14, then you can write down this. So these are some of the expressions that everybody should be very clear with, otherwise you cannot understand the text. Okay, so when it comes in the text, you have to just make a reference. So write in your notebook and learn all these expressions. So shall we start? How many characters do we have in this drama? Two main characters. Who are they? Gerard, the playwright. Okay, you know what is who is a playwright? One who writes drama is called playwright. We studied the expression in Happy Prince. Okay, the Happy Prince wanted to help one of the playwrights. Okay, so you know the spelling, Playwright, playwright spelling. A small cottage interior, because the scene is like this. There is an entrance back right which may be curtained. You can, if you are enacting this drama, you have to arrange this stage decoration. Okay, how will you decorate the stage? There is an entrance back right which may be curtained. There could be curtain. Another door to the left must be a practical door. The furniture is simple, consisting of a small table towards the left, a chair or two. One table should be there, one or two chairs should be there. A divan, you can see in the picture also, the text there is a picture, you can see divan there. On the table is a telephone, you can see a telephone on the table. And when the curtain rises, Gerard is standing by the table making a phone call. So you can see when the curtain rises, you can see this Gerard is making a phone call. He is of medium height, he is not very tall, medium height, and wearing horn rimmed glasses. Okay, you can see in the picture, in the textual picture, you can see that person having that rimmed glass, horn rimmed glass is Gerard. He is dressed in a lawn suit and a great coat. His voice is cultured. Okay, his voice is cultured, sophisticated and well mannered voice. Whose voice is well mannered and sophisticated means modern, cultured means educated. So that is what you can see when the curtain rises. So the picture, there is a picture in the text, you can see here, this is Gerard. Okay, the other one holding a gun is intruder. You can see the divan, you can see the table, you can see the telephone, everything you can see as narrated. Okay, yeah. Then Gerard, actually what was he doing when the curtain rises? He is making a call. So we do not know what he is talking about. Okay, so that's why ... Well, tell him to phone up directly. I must know ... That means some dialogues in between. Yes, I expect I will still be here, but you mustn't count on. What is count on? Underline. We have already studied. Or you have to find all these expressions. Count on, second word. Okay, count on, depend on that in about 10 minutes time. Right ho, goodbye. So actually Gerard, you can see, was making a phone call, and what was he assuring? That he would be reaching in a particular place in 10 minutes time. Okay, then he dropped the receiver. He puts down the phone and goes to the divan on the left where there is a traveling bag, and starts packing. Whilst he is thus engaged, what is engaged? Occupied or busy. Underline. Already we have marked it in the main column. So you have to underline the words. Whilst he is thus engaged, another man similar in build to Gerard enters from the right silently. So there are two doors, right side and the left side, and a person similar in build. What is similar in build? Looking alike. Enters from the right door. But what is there in his hand? A revolver. He is flashily dressed. Okay, in a modern dress, you can see in the picture, flashily dressed in with an overcoat and a soft hat. So the person wearing the hat is intruder, and he has got an overcoat. You can see in the picture. He bumps accidentally. What is bumps means? Strike to with an object. Striking with an object is called bumps. He bumps accidentally against the table. Actually, while coming to the room, he bumps where? To a table. And at the sound, Gerard turns quickly. So hearing the sound of the table, Gerard turns quickly. Okay. So today we introduced two characters. Which are two characters? Gerard, a playwright, well-mannered, sophisticated voice, having a long suit and a great coat, medium height, wearing horn-rimmed glasses. Like that you have to remember. And for as that intruder, similar build, means looking alike, same height, same build, but revolver in hand, flashily dressed, overcoat is there, soft hat is there, but he bumps accidentally against the table, and at the sound, Gerard turns quickly. Okay. Now let us continue with the drama. So drama, characters will have dialogues. So let the first character, Gerard, pleasantly, why this is a surprise, Mr. Why Mr. Because Gerard does not know the name of the other person. So that is why Mr. Intruder, I am glad you are pleased to see me. I don't think you will be pleased for long. Put those paws up. So showing the gun, that intruder said he was not so pleased. Okay. It is not a surprise. What the other person should do? The other person should raise the hand. Hands up. Pose up means hands up. Gerard, this is all very melodramatic. I told you what is melodramatic means. Exaggerated. Okay. Exaggerated. Not very original. Perhaps, but I don't think it is original. Okay. Intruder, trying to be calm, and Mr. Hey, do you want to make me calm? Means he also does not know the name. Gerard, nonchalant. What is nonchalant? Not having any interest is called nonchalant. Okay. If you have no interest is called nonchalant. Is your word, I think. Intruder, thanks a lot. You will soon stop being smart. So what is smart? We have already studied. What is the word expression here? American English, a person who pretends to know a lot. Already we marked it. So don't pretend that you have much knowledge. I will make you crawl. I will make you walk on your knees and hands. Crawl, crawling of reptiles. Okay. For example, crocodile crawls. So like that you will crawl. I want to know a few things. See, actually intruder wanted to know some details from Gerard. Okay. So you will soon stop being smart. I will make you crawl. Next page. Anything you like, I know all the answers, but before we begin, I should like to change my position. You may be comfortable, but I am not. But who is not comfortable here? Gerard is not comfortable. Why? Gerard is made to stand with the hands up at the gunpoint, So who is not happy with that? Gerard is not happy. So what should the intruder do? Intruder should allow him to keep his hands down. Intruder, sit down there, and no funny business. Motion to a chair and seats himself on a divan by the back. Now, then we will have a nice little talk about yourself. Then intruder actually allowed Gerard to sit down and said that they would start conversing each other. And first of all, intruder wanted to know something about Gerard. Gerard, at last a sympathetic audience. So dear children, you write down, you just underline this sentence. At last a sympathetic audience. I will tell you the story of my life, how as a child I was stolen by the gypsies, and why at the age of 32 I find myself in my lonely excess cottage. How? So actually Gerard said, okay, Gerard actually is allowed to sit. Who allowed him to sit? Intruder. So suddenly what did he say? A sympathetic audience. You are the only one to listen to my story. That's why he said like that. So why I asked you to underline this dialogue? Because In the examination, they will quote these lines and will ask first question, who said these words? Then you should have the answer. What is your answer? Gerard is the speaker. They will ask, who is the speaker of these lines? Gerard. Who does he talk? Then you have to say, he talks to the intruder. And what story is he going to tell? His own story, his life. Actually, he was when he was a small child, he was stolen by gypsies. Gypsies means, the wanderers, gypsies. One who goes from one place to another, having no homes. So gypsies, kidnapped him or stolen him. And why at the age of 32? Now the age of Gerard is 32, and where is he living? In a small cottage in Essex. What is Essex? That's the name of a place in England. Okay, small cottage. Intruder. Keep it to yourself and just answer my questions. You live here alone. Well, do you? For that, intruder is not amused. He did not want Gerard to tell his entire biography or details. He just wanted some of the answers. What is his first question? You live here alone, he is asking. Well, do you? Gerard, I am sorry. I thought you were telling me, not asking me a question of inflection. Your voice is unfamiliar. Actually, Gerard is a playwright, Gerard did not like the dialogue from intruder. Actually, intruder is asking question, but who does not feel that it is a question? Gerard. So he in a way insulted the intruder. What did he say? He did not feel that it was a question. Why? Because inflection. What is inflection word meaning? We studied. What is inflection? Tone of voice. So your inflection is not good. For example, when we ask a question, how do you do? How are you? How old are you? Like that, it should echo like a question. Okay, but who did not ask in such a fashion? Intruder. So he said, your question is not a question at all. Your voice is unfamiliar. Intruder, with emphasis. Do you live here alone? Then he asked in a correct way. Gerard then said, and if I don't answer, suppose he is not ready to answer. Intruder, you have got enough sense not to want to get hurt. Actually, who has a gun with him? Intruder. So intruder is telling, tell me correctly, otherwise you will be getting some hurt. Gerard, I think good sense is shown more in the ability to avoid pain than in the mere desire to do so. What do you think, Mr. R? So Gerard said, I think good sense is shown more in the ability to avoid pain. Okay, you have to avoid pain to have sense. Who said? Gerard said. Intruder, never mind my name. Because Mr. R means, actually, who does not know the name of the intruder? Gerard. So intruder is telling, never mind my name. Okay, don't worry about my name. I like yours better, Mr. Gerard. What are your Christian names? Actually, intruder knows the name of Gerard, okay, and is asking, what is your full name? What are your Christian names? Then Gerard said, Vincent Charles. Vincent Charles Gerard, that is his full name. Intruder, do you run a car? Gerard, no. Okay, next question. Intruder, that is lie. You are not dealing with a fool. I am a smart ass and smarter, and I know you run a car. Better be careful, wise guy. What is wise guy? One who behaves in a clever way. Already we have marked. So don't be a wise guy. Okay, you know you have a car. I know. Who said? Intruder said. Gerard, are you American or is that merely a clever invitation? Actually, Gerard got a doubt. Actually, who is speaking like an American? Intruder. So Gerard asked this question, whether you are imitating means, what is imitating? Just copying the style. Intruder, listen, this gun is no toy. Okay, look at this. This is not a toy gun. I can hurt you without killing you and still get my answer. I can hurt you by shooting, for example, on your leg, and I can collect answer from you. Gerard, of course, if you put it like that, I'll be glad to assist you. Oh, in that case, I will help you. I do possess a car and it is in the garage round the corner. Okay, I have a car and it is always kept in the garage. Garage, you know what is garage? A place where cars are kept. Intruder, that is better. Who said? Intruder said, that's better. Do people often come out here? The next question, whether people come to visit you. Gerard, very rarely. Answer is, very rarely means hardly. Surprisingly, few people take the trouble to visit me. Okay, some people come. Who are the people who visits? People who visit Gerard? Baker. You know baker. You know, bakery person. Baker, greengrocer, one who sell vegetable, and then the milkman. Quite charming, but no one so interesting as yourself. Okay, melodrama I told you, dialogues will be in a high pitch, character dress will be in a very highlighting way. So like that, Gerard is telling, oh, some people visit. Who are the people visiting Gerard? Baker, greengrocer, milkman. And but these are all ordinary people. But who is the most interesting personality for Gerard? Intruder. Intruder, I happen to know that you never see tradespeople. Okay, but intruder came to know that this Gerard is not seeing tradespeople. What is tradespeople? Merchants. So dear children, we will stop here and we will continue with the text tomorrow. Okay. So today, before we conclude for the day, let us see what we have already discussed. So today we started with a new lesson, and the title of the lesson is If I Were You. It is a melodrama. Okay, there is much humor in this story, and also you can see suspense is sustained till the end. And we have two characters. One is Gerard, that who is a playwright, 32 years old, living in a SS cottage. He is medium height, well dressed, well mannered, good voice. Whereas the other character, intruder, of same build like Gerard, but a flashily dressed, overcoat with a soft hat, and he bumps accidentally against a table, and that attracts the presence of Gerard. Okay, and the conversation starts between Gerard and intruder. Actually, the purpose of intruder is to impersonate Gerard. Okay, by murdering him. Okay, for that he has got a gun in his hand. Actually, he wanted to know some details about Gerard before he kills Gerard. So he started asking some questions like what's his name, okay, whether he is living alone, who are the people who visit his house, what is his full name. These are the questions asked so far, and we will continue with the interrogation of the intruder tomorrow. Okay, children, have a nice day ahead, and also write down the important word meanings already highlighted in 2 columns in the first page itself. All of you should write in your notebook separately and to learn. For example, cultured meaning. What is the meaning of cultured? Sophisticated, well-mannered, count on, depend on, engaged, occupied, busy. Like that, each and every word should be written in your notebook and learn. Okay? That's all for the day. Thank you, children. Thank you.